And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the room, saying select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we are back with episode number 135. The Kevin Durant plus one episode, I guess.
Kyrie Irving,
yeah. Who cares about him? I guess
he wore one at some
he's
point.
Been one somewhere. Sauce Gardner, how about that?
There you go. Shout out Hard Knocks, man.
Yeah.
They make you just enjoy people you generally hate or just do not like.
Yeah, you never
thought you would like.
You never want to root for the Jets. Now you want to root for the Jets besides their quarterback.
I wouldn't say I want to root for the Jets. It's just I've gained a respect for some players and a liking for some players.
Yeah.
That I never thought I would.
No, it's not going to be like our Lions, but
no.
If I see Quinnen Williams or Sauce or Garrett Wilson make a big play or have a big game this year, I'm going to be happy.
Dude, I was watching Hard Knocks last night with Harley, and Quinnen was on the screen, and she was just laughing at him. I was like,
he's just a cool
guy. I was
guy.
like, honey, that ain't nothing. Let me show you a video.
The bless
Dude,
me or whatever.
I forget how funny it was whenever he sneezed, said bless you, and then thanked himself. And I showed her that, and she about woke up CJ whenever she was laughing so hard. It was so funny, dude.
Yeah, he's a legend. He
is. And I'll tell you something else who made a little cameo last night, Bryce Young. Bryce Young seems like a nice guy, man.
He does.
Like, he seems really soft-spoken, so that's interesting, since he's supposed to be the leader, verbal leader, And he's more soft-spoken than what's-his-face, than Lamar, it seems like.
Yeah, and maybe the fact that Andy Dalton's in, so that might be helping out with some of the
he
vocal
said it's
standpoint.
helping him out for sure. Like, he couldn't do it without Andy, and that's good. That was good he put that out there, too.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we're back tonight, episode 135. It is just me and Chance tonight. A lot of different things going on with the rest of the gang, so we'll hold down the fort. We were going to try to push it back again, but schedule's full. We got so much content coming out pretty much every day. I feel like I'm making a new graphic every night, and we're putting this out. AFC East, and then we're also going to be recording the AFC South preview right after this and posting it, I believe, Saturday. But yeah, we also have our Dirty Fives, starting off with defense for the first time. Finished up our offense a couple weeks ago. We'll be doing our Dirty Five edge rushers tonight, and then Dirty Five linebackers as well on the next episode. And the edge rush class, I mean, they're just crazy. There's so much talent.
Like you were saying before we started, there's about 4 that just about have to be on there.
Yeah, and then you look at the 5 through 25 range, and you're like, this guy's amazing. This guy's amazing. This guy
has potential to be amazing.
Like, Cameron Jordan will not be mentioned tonight.
No,
and he's a edge rusher that we love.
Danielle Hunter.
Yeah,
Zadarius
Trey
Smith.
Hendrickson.
Trey Hendrickson. I'm glad Kyle's not here.
Yeah.
There's so many more, dude.
There's so much talent in the NFL. It's insane. As we've seen with
Josh
our
Allen.
Yeah, that
the
one.
The one in Jacksonville.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, he's great. But yeah, we're excited to get into this. It is the AFC East episode, so lots to talk about. Probably the most controversial and storyline division, I would say, in football right now.
Could we call it competitive yet? Like the most competitive?
Yeah,
I think it has the potential to be, since people are obviously going to be high on the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, your worst team right now is Bill Belichick coached.
Yeah, so that tells you enough about the division.
The other 3 you feel are going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, you got the unstoppable force of the Buffalo Bills.
At the same time, Patriots win 8 games. You're not surprised.
No, and then the Dolphins have the potential to be a 10-win team.
Oh,
or 11 or 12-win team.
Yeah, definitely.
And then with the Jets, I mean, he should have killed that.
Aaron freaking Rodgers.
You get Aaron Rodgers, you know, and probably the most feisty and fiery defensive coordinator I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah,
that dude loves the F word.
Yeah, I like him.
Like, I remember last week they were showing like team meetings and stuff. It was like the offensive meeting, the defensive meeting, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna rewind this. Harley, pick out which one you think is offense and which one you think is defense. And the two different tones you have between the two types of coordinators, it's insane.
Oh, Hackett can't say anything because of Rodgers.
Yeah, and Hackett's a weirdo.
Yeah.
Hackett's got some strange
Rodgers told
tendencies.
Hackett, take that play out the playbook. Never use that again.
He said that play is horrible out of that formation. It's like, it don't work, and I'm glad you got to see it.
Yeah, he told him straight up, you're an idiot.
Which, it kind of shocked me. I would figure Aaron would have, like, all the, like, free reign to just change a play up if he wanted to.
Yeah. Well, he might also – he's the type of guy just to run the play and be like, you see you're wrong.
Oh, that's exactly what he did. Exactly.
And it's also practice. He's not going to go that try hard and change up a play.
Yeah, and he was like, it was kind of like he'd been like waiting for his perfect moment.
Yeah,
and it was the joint practice, and he was like, okay,
yeah,
let's run that.
Now. Throughout the offseason, he's been looking at that play like, there's no way this is going to work.
Yeah, sitting there thinking, hey Nate,
yeah,
we can't run this, man.
Zach Wilson also seems really nice.
I love Zach.
I like Zach Wilson.
I want Zach Wilson in the black and gold.
Might as well give him some.
Years he's looked good.
Yeah,
he's looked good. He's putting up good numbers, but. And it's also against second stringers and third
It's cool
stringers.
seeing, someone that was a second overall pick and was handed the keys to a New York franchise be so humble.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. He seems like the most genuinely humble dude.
Yeah, obviously, if you're the number 2 overall pick and you start for a year, then last year you lose your job to Joe Flacco and Mike White, you would rightfully so be upset and depressed or mad or just pissed off at the situation.
Rumors, all the rumors during the offseason, like he ain't gonna be there because they're getting Aaron. They're like, everybody's saying, oh, he's gonna get moved off, he's gonna go here, he's gonna go there. He's fine being a backup right now because he knows he needs to learn.
Yeah, and hey, who better to be behind than the guy that has been in Zach's shoes?
That's what I was about to say. You would think this would be like just about the perfect situation for Zach and the Jets.
Yeah, and I'm sure Aaron told him, "Hey, I was a first-round draft pick. I set for years, and look at me. I'm here now."
Is this year 3 for him?
Oh, is that going?
Marcel's on
Holy
another
crap.
level. That went foul though.
Oh,
yeah.
Year 3.
It's got to be year 3, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, because last year was his sophomore year.
He came out with
Trevor.
Yeah, he was with Trevor.
And so he still has 2 more years on his contract after this year.
Yeah.
So that gives them 2 more years to see him develop behind Aaron, and
and
who's to say he can't take that step?
Very likely, it seems like it's a 2-year type of thing for Aaron.
Yeah.
So then that 5th option
year,
same situation as Jordan Love.
Yep. Let him prove it.
Yeah. I like it. It's very fun season. Even the worst seasons and the seasons you want to hate, you still love. Besides the Cowboys season.
Not even the Cowboys year. The freaking L.A. combined year with the Rams and the Chargers.
Well, was that the COVID year?
Yes.
Say that had a reason at least. Yeah. I didn't want to watch Jerry Jones order McDonald's and make us pancakes.
I don't think I did watch that season. Was that the one before the Lions? The Cowboys?
I don't even remember. It was either right before COVID or the year after COVID. It was one of them.
I think that's one of the few that I have not watched.
We watched the first episode. I know I did. And it was at your house, so I think it might have been 2021. But yeah, let's get back on track. And before we get going, I do want to do an ad read. Let me see. We got Mimi's. I think for the second time as a Dirty Boot sponsor. We've got Mimi's is a children's boutique located in Jonesboro that fulfills all clothing needs for your little ones. Owners Melissa Johnson and Megan Rowell offer children and baby boutique brand clothing and accessories, vinyl print t-shirts, and so much more. You can find them on Main Street in Jonesboro from 10 to 6 Tuesday to Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturday. So shout out Mimi's. I think Harley went today, you said, Chance?
Yeah, she spent a lot of money.
They have some football clothes in. Go get those. Get ready for the season. Football is so close. Shout out Mimi's as always. So let's get into this. So AFC East, our first AFC preview. I think the Jets had the worst record, but I think we need to start with the Patriots.
Got to start with the Patriots.
Just out of,
They're going to suck.
Yeah. I don't know. Looking at the Patriots, though, let me see. Big additions. Trace McSorley, boom. Quarterback. Did not know he went there. That is interesting. Bill Belichick might use him very interestingly.
Yeah, but then again, he is Bill Belichick still. He's probably not all the way ready to do something like that yet.
He's been reading the rule books. Juju Smith-Schuster, 3 years, $25 million, up to $33 million. Had a solid season in Kansas City. I think he had 900 or so yards. He was close to 1K.
It was a good prove it.
Yeah,
You found out who he was, and now we know who he is.
James Robinson, 2-year deal, $8 million. Mike Gesicki, 1 year, $4.5 million. They're just loading up that tight end room. I'm assuming Hunter Henry and Jonnu are both still there. Nope, Jonnu got traded to the Falcons.
Huh.
So Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki. Who else do we have? Riley Reef, starting tackle for them, not great. Raekwon McMillan, good linebacker, re-signed him. Mac Wilson, forgot he's there. Another Bama guy. Jonathan Jones, one of the better corners, 2-year, $20 million deal. Jabril Peppers, the Swiss Army knife, 2-year, $9 million. Jalen Mills, LSU legend, 1 year, $6.1 million. As like everyone in the freaking NFL did, it seems, they signed their long snapper to a 4-year deal.
It must have been the year of the long snapper.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Market must have been down.
Yeah. Departures, you've got Brian Hoyer, nothing.
He's still
Damian
playing
Harris.
football.
Yeah, Hoyer went to freaking McDaniels in Las Vegas. Damian Harris went to the Bills. We'll talk about him a little bit later. Jacoby Myers went to the Raiders. Nelson Aguilar went to the Ravens. I forgot Myers went. Marcus Cannon, Isaiah Wynn, I think he was their starting tackle, went to the Dolphins. So
Used to play for Georgia, huh?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people moving in division. They lost 2 punters. I don't know how you do that. I don't know why you had 2 punters.
Why did you Bill Belichick? That's the only answer to that.
Yeah. And they didn't sign a punter. I guess they probably undrafted.
They're going to convert that kicker to one.
Big news, though. Devin McCourty did retire. That is kind of shocking. Feels like he's been there forever.
Did the other one retire?
I think he already had. I might be wrong, though. And then another thing that's not on this just happened, Zeke Elliott.
Yeah.
Pretty big news. I don't think anyone is expecting him to be the Zeke that we saw in Dallas.
No.
Or anything close to it, I would say, but it's still relevant. I think he's clearly going to be the 2 there. Ramondre's still going to get plenty of touches, but I think he's going to be a very solid pickup.
It's going to be basically like a change of pace back, but
he's
going to
be
not
their,
the normal change of pace back.
He's going to be their Mark Ingram.
Yeah, he's going to be the Thunder.
Yeah.
And Ramondre, I guess they're going to get to do more and more with him than what they normally been able to.
Yeah.
With Damian Harris basically being the same guy as Ramondre.
Yeah. Also, this Malik Cunningham quarterback from
I know
Louisville.
That name. Yeah.
Louisville. I think he's getting the second string reps this week. They like really impressed with him. Look up
that is definitely who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look up the
I
win-losses.
lost a bet because of him. He freaking crapped his pants in the second half one day for an over. Yeah.
Look up the over-unders for all the teams. Get that ready. Looking at the depth chart, Mac Jones still there. What is he going to be? Is he going to be the Mac we saw in his rookie year? Is he going to be the Mac we saw last year? Who knows? Health, obviously, a factor. I mean, I don't think anyone's expecting anything crazy out of Mac, but he's going to be solid probably in that 25 to 20 range as a quarterback. And that might be all that the Patriots need, especially with Bill Belichick and probably one of the better weapon groups that they've had in a while. As we mentioned, Ramondre Stevenson really came into his own last year, starting to become an actual 3-down type of back. And then you bring in Zeke to give him some breathers behind him. And he's also a really good run blocker, so Zeke will take that, pass blocking as well. Zeke's going to be used in a lot of different ways, and it is very interesting to see how his, he's always been talked about for his ego and stuff like that, how that plays with Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft and just the Patriots way.
He ain't going to be able to do what he's been doing.
No. Well, and I mean, something that I don't know if he did it last year. He reported to practice today, and he had like a long sleeve shirt on under. He didn't have like his belly showing or nothing. I don't know if he's been doing that lately or not. But
Bill said no.
Probably. Looking at receiver, you got Juju, you got Devontae Parker, Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne's actually had a pretty good stint there in New England. Tyquan Thornton, one of their young guys, a lot of potential with him. Kayshon Boutte, don't know how that's going. I know early in training camp that there was a lot of rumors that he like just straight up might not make the team.
Yeah, he'll probably get cut.
But as of right now, he's listed as the second string receiver. So he's about that 5 or 6 range, which I could see it happening. He's got talent. It's just, can he get it all put together, I guess you could say.
Do they want to deal with that?
Yeah. Tight end, Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki. Very good 1-2 punch there. Looking at the O-line, Trent Brown. Can he be the Trent Brown that he was whenever they were like competing for championships? Who knows? He's kind of been wishy-washy throughout the league. Cole Strange, their random first-round pick from last year. He is starting left guard now from, Chattanooga, I think. David Andrews at center.
Nah, he went to one of them Dakotas.
Cole Strange?
Yeah.
I think he went to Chattanooga. First-round pick. Yeah, Chattanooga.
I'm thinking about the one from this year.
You're thinking of the
boy with no teeth.
The teeth. Yeah, we talked about him a couple weeks ago. David Andrews, really good center. Mike Onyenwenu, he's been one of their guards that's stepped up and became pretty good. Riley Reef on the right side, not great at tackle there, but I'm sure they'll find a way to make it work. We do need to mention their draft. I think it was a really good draft. Christian Gonzalez fell to them at 17. I know people thought that he might go as high as like 8 to like the Falcons. But yeah, Christian Gonzalez, corner out of Oregon, 17th overall. That's great value. Sacramento State linebacker in the, 3rd round? He'll be a stud. They drafted a kicker at 112, and they drafted a punter at 192, so there is the punter. That's the Patriots for you. And they also got a Jackson State kid at the end. I think I've actually heard that he's been performing pretty well, Isaiah Bolden. Looking at their defense, we have Lawrence Guy, Devon Gottschall. There we go, LSU. Christian Barmore, Dietrich Wise, Keon White, the Georgia Tech kid they drafted. Trey Flowers is back. Matthew Judon, really, really good. Probably could be mentioned in the edge rusher list tonight. I don't think anybody has him, but he's definitely in that 5 to 10 range. I don't think he's touching the top 4, but he's a very good player. Jawan Bentley, Jelani Tavai, Josh Uche. That's the kid from Michigan that they took a chance on. Secondary, I like the secondary a lot. Jonathan Jones, Christian Gonzalez, very good corners. Marcus Jones as well. And then Kyle Duggar and Jabril Peppers at safety with Jalen Mills and Adrian Phillips, both very, very good backups.
Jonathan Jones is salty.
Yeah.
I think people forget about him.
Yeah. And then Jack Jones as well at 3rd string. He's pretty freaking good. They have a lot of talent in the secondary, and that's probably needed.
What we're always going to know is they're going to have a good defense.
Somehow.
Bill Belichick refuses for anything else to happen. You know, you're going to have a good D.
Regardless of if the players are big names or not. Lawrence Guy is not going to jump out on the you're not going to read that name and be like, oh, he's great, or Dietrich Wise, but I'm sure they're just solid players that fit
Devon
the Patriots.
Gottschall. Nobody knows who that is besides us because we know he played at LSU.
Yeah,
and he wasn't good. He was not that good.
But yeah, I mean the Patriots, they are the Patriots, so you still got to give them some respect. How long is that kind of respect gonna be like lasting with them? I guess you could say. Who knows? It does seem like there's been a little bit of rumors about Belichick maybe being on the hot seat. I don't know.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, pretty much. right whenever he gets doubted, he'll pull out a 10-win season out of nowhere. So,
and like we said earlier, this could be it.
Yeah.
You never know with them. You really don't.
I do like that their secondary is very talented, though, especially in that division. When you're going up against the Bills and the Dolphins passing so much, and now Aaron Rodgers as well. Quick look at the schedule. Let's see what they got. Open up at Philly. Wow.
Over under 6.5.
6.5, really?
Yep.
Wow. So here. Oh, okay. Look at this first four: versus Philly, versus the Dolphins, at the Jets, at the Cowboys. That's you might not win a game. That first four. And you think they get one.
It's early for the Jets.
It is, but it's at New York.
It's at there. That's the thing. They're going to be – them freaking Jets fans are going to be so pumped, man. Because, they're going to finally think, okay, we're taking down Uncle Bill.
Mm-hmm. That's a tough opening schedule.
Dude, they could go 0-5.
Then you play the Saints, go to Vegas. I'm not going to just mark that down as a win. I think last time they were in Vegas is when the triple pitch happened with Jacoby Myers.
Shout out Chandler Jones.
Yeah,
Ramondre was a part of that. I think they gave him a fumble.
Jacoby
on that
Myers
too.
signed with the Raiders after it.
That's tampering.
He's the one that did the big pitch.
Tampering.
Versus Buffalo at Miami. So another two brutal games. October and September for Patriots fans might be rough. Then you play Washington and then Indianapolis. I'm guessing that's in London or Germany. One of them. 8:30.
I think they're playing in Germany. Or are they going to Italy this year?
Italy.
I think somebody's playing in Italy. Click on that game.
I don't know how to.
You click on the time.
Okay. Italy. Frankfurt Stadium. That's Germany.
That's Germany. Dude, I think there's an NFL Italy game this year. I'm being dead serious.
I haven't heard about that.
I'm going to Google.
But that's 10 weeks. 11 week is. I mean, week 11 is their bye. I mean, you seriously might be looking at 3 or 4 wins, and you would feel good if that's the case. If you're a Patriots fan and you go into the bye week at 4-6, you feel solid. Because
that'd be a borderline miracle.
It's a brutal week 1 through 10.
And then you got the Commanders, like you were saying. You got them week 9 though. That's probably the worst time you want to have them because by then Ron might have figured something out with Sam Howell.
But at the same time, they could have blown it up at the deadline.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Or the Patriots could have. Bye week at week 11, week 12 at the Giants versus the Chargers, at the Steelers versus the Chiefs, at Denver, at Buffalo versus New York. My God, all of them might be L's.
Why do they have a schedule from hell?
And yeah, they were. What were they?
They were 3, you would think. They didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean they were lower than the Dolphins. They're at least 3. I think the Jets had less wins.
It's pretty bad, Clay.
It's an
pretty
awful
bad
schedule, which I think it does hurt that you have 6 teams in their division that are pretty freaking good.
Yeah, that
they might not win 6 games.
That's why they're over under 6.5.
7 seems like a stretch.
But at the end of the day, I would not touch it because it is Bill Belichick.
Yeah, but it's also Mac Jones. It's also
Bailey Zappi.
Juju.
Or Malik Cunningham.
Juju, Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker. I mean, they're solid guys, but I don't know.
Their names.
It's tough. That's tough. I'd take the under.
I would abstain from gambling.
I'd take the under. I'll say it. Let me see what we got next. Jets. Jets.
I just wrote down Jets. I'm
Jets.
an idiot.
We have the Jets. Big news, obviously. Aaron Rodgers traded from the Packers. Jets sent. Wait. Oh, no. They swapped first-round picks.
Huh?
They swapped first-round picks. Jets also got a 5th back, while they sent a 2nd and 6th this past year and a conditional 2nd this year that could become a 1st, I believe, if Rodgers plays.
65%?
Yeah, 65 or something like that % of the snaps.
So, 2 first.
Yeah. So he'll go 10-0 and then take off 6 weeks.
Yeah.
What else do you have? You sign everyone that Rodgers likes. Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard. I think Billy Turner was another one of them guys that he likes.
When you just said Randall Cobb, that didn't feel right.
Why?
That didn't sound like it was his first name.
Randall.
Yeah, Randall Cobb. That doesn't sound right.
That's his name.
I know, but that doesn't sound right. I looked up there to double check.
That's his name.
I looked up at the screen. I've been in the sun too much.
That's his name. They
Dang.
also brought in Nathaniel Hackett at OC.
I like Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, Mecole I think he's going to be an underrated fit there. 1 year, 6.5 for him. They didn't even put Randall's number. He's probably just playing for free.
He's just there to hang out with Aaron.
Yeah, or Aaron just pays.
He
him
will
a little
make
bit.
the team. We know that.
He probably sleeps at Aaron's house or apartment,
You're
whatever
joking.
it is.
Like that's
That probably seriously happens.
them two love each other, man.
Yeah.
Like that's so fun to see.
Wasn't in week 1 they were just like standing by each other in the
Episode
preseason
1.
game and like hugged each other.
Episode 1, they hugged each other like about boohooed.
Yeah.
They lock arms. Him and Aaron lock arms during the national anthem, and they got done. He hugged him. They both said, "I love you."
Where did Cobb go to? The Texans.
Kentucky.
No,
Oh.
it went to like the Texans for a couple years, right?
Yeah, he should have went to the Cowboys, but he didn't.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Alan Lazard, another Rodgers guy, 4 year, $44 million. He has made a probably nearing $100 million career because Aaron Rodgers likes him.
Oh
It
my
is
gosh,
insane.
yes.
He's not even that good of a receiver. He is not, and it is just crazy. Who else do we have? Solomon Thomas, brought him back. I think he got into a fight. Al Woods, LSU legend, been in the league forever. Came to play with Rodgers. Quincy Williams, which is Quentin's brother. I believe he played at Southern. 3 year, $18 million deal for him. Very,
I ain't seen him on Hard Knocks yet.
very athletic and fast linebacker.
You would think they would have some type of little small scene
Yeah.
since they're brothers, but they
Eventually.
haven't done it yet.
Chuck Clark, they got him from Baltimore for a 7th-round pick. That's a heck of a value. Legatron at kicker, and then Morstead at punter. And then what do you know? They signed their long snapper to a 4-year deal. Departures, Flacco, Michael White, Braxton Berrios, Elijah Moore got out of there because he was pissed off.
I
Went to
forgot
Cleveland.
James Robinson played there for like a week.
Yeah. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, I guess he went to go be a doctor again.
Is that guy?
Yeah. Dan Feeney, Vinny Curry was still in the NFL. Wow. Sheldon Rankins went to the Texans. Nate Shepard went to the Saints. Quan's gone.
Quan's in Pittsburgh, huh?
I think so, yeah. Let's look at their draft. Where is it at? Will McDonald, 1st-round pick. I know you talked about that earlier. You think he's going to be good?
Good, Clay. Yeah. That son of a gun is so quick off the line. So quick. You can tell he's quick by how he gets in his 4-point stance.
Yeah.
Like he just looks like he's about to just go. And he comes out low and hard, man. He's going to be a force.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like he's pretty freaking good.
Like the left tackle from the Panthers, he was like, "Man, you shifty."
Yeah, he said, "Where you from?"
They didn't know who he was.
Yeah. And he said Iowa State. He's like, okay.
I wonder if he's a part of the gambling rink there.
Who knows? Probably.
Would
so.
he get in trouble with that since he's not in college anymore?
I don't know.
Like, what would that be? Like, would he be suspended for an NFL game?
I think some of them people have been getting in trouble, like with the law.
Law? Oh, well, that's
So
great.
he would be. So hopefully
That'd
he
be
didn't do
interesting.
that. Yeah. LSU shout out Jarek Bernard Converse.
I thought he sucked at LSU, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Drafted 204. They also drafted Pittsburgh running back. I don't think he'll be making the team.
No.
And another guy we got to mention, as we did with the Patriots and Zeke, Jets got Dalvin Cook.
So that means Fournette or Hunt will go to the Bills, right? And then the other one will go to the Dolphins.
Don't put Hunt in Miami. That'd be dangerous.
Don't put Hunt in Buffalo.
I'm talking about in
Oh
terms of
God.
nightclubs.
Yeah. They activated Breece Hall. Or
Yeah,
Breesy, however you
yeah.
say his name.
And Dalvin's not reporting to camp yet because I think he's about to have a kid this week.
Good for him.
But I think they said he'll be back next week or sometime like that. Looking at the Jets, though, Aaron Rodgers, as we talked about this team a little bit to start off the episode. Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook, Michael Carter. He's been a pretty big part of Hard Knocks. They've been giving him a lot of segments.
I like Michael Carter.
Mm-hmm.
I like him a lot. He might be a team captain, Clay.
And he's going to be there.
Somebody
he's not going to touch the field.
Yeah. Somebody's been breaking it down at the end of practice, and I think it might be him.
Yeah.
It ain't been none of the big name dudes, at least.
Yeah. Let's see. We got wide receivers: Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, Corey Davis, Miko Hardman, Randall Cobb. Who else do we have down there? Malik Taylor. He's been talked about a little bit. At tight end, you got C.J. Uzomah, Tyler Conklin. Where's that rookie that
Coots.
they had? Yeah, they ain't got him listed.
He scored a touchdown.
Yeah, they
after he ran the wrong route.
Yeah. O-line, not great.
No.
Not great. Billy Turner, Mekhi Becton backing up still. He still can't figure it out.
But remember last year during camp, they said he looked really, really good.
Then he got hurt.
Yeah.
Laken Tomlinson, Connor McGovern, AVT from USC, very versatile type of player. Max Mitchell, ULL. I believe he overcame some type of disease or cancer type of thing.
Leprosy?
Let me see what it was.
You're not
blood clots. That's what it was. Yeah, he missed some of the season because of it.
Yeah, you can't be playing football if you're on freaking
blood
thinners because you're going to get cut and you're going to die on the field.
Yeah.
That'd be an issue.
Hey, Yodny Kajust.
That's not the same Kajust.
Oh, no, okay.
That Kajust was a tight end, number 80.
Yeah. Let's say Browns legend.
Hard Knocks legend.
Yeah. Max Mitchell, though, is he from Neville?
No.
I know he played at ULL.
I've never heard of him besides the ULL stuff.
I feel like he might be from Neville.
Have you seen the news about Corey Davis probably getting cut?
Really?
I saw that. I can't remember what account it was. It was on some type of Twitter account.
He's from Neville.
Well, I'll be dang.
2017, he had offers from Northwestern State, Arkansas Monticello, Millsaps, Ouachita Baptist, and he went to ULL.
Ronnie's about to get in trouble.
There we go. Ooh, I hear a buzz. Okay, I'm good.
Uh-oh.
Let's move on. Looking at the
Corey
defense.
Davis. He might get cut.
Just buzzed again.
Talk.
I don't know what happened there. Well, I think we're good. Yeah. Let's move on to the defense. As we were talking about, looks really good, especially the D-line. It feels like they're 2 deep, 3 deep at every position. The D tackle, you have Al Woods, Quinn Williams, very good. Solomon Thomas is a freaking backup. He's the number 3 overall pick.
You know what? I heard somebody say Solomon last night on the Hard Knocks, and I didn't know it was Solomon Thomas.
Yeah, he's a freaking backup. Quentin Jefferson's been around the league for a while. Tanzel Smart.
Woods.
Yeah, Tanzel Smart. He's from Tulane. Another Louisiana guy. He's the one that made the charcuterie board comment. Al Woods.
Legend.
We already said that. John Franklin Myers, very good player. Carl Lawson, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald. Will McDonald's third string. That's how this team is going right now.
He's probably, if I had to guess,
A situational
he's going to be a third down rusher. Yeah, they're going to throw the ball, so we need to have him out there to go. That's what I think.
Pretty much.
Because, dude, he is. Click on him. I'm guessing he's probably 205, 215.
6'3", 241.
Bull crap. Is it still buzzing?
It's buzzing on the repeat a little bit.
So is it you or?
I think it's these headphones or something. I'm gonna switch headphones.
Here,
I think we're good though. No, if I unplug it, then it's gonna mess up the recording. It'll be all right. We're good. Looking at the linebackers, not great. Jamian Sherwood, I don't even know who that is. C.J. Mosley still hanging around. Quincy Williams, as we mentioned. Looking at the secondary, you got Sauce Gardner, elite, top 5 type of cornerback. We'll be talking about him in a couple episodes.
Clay.
Yeah.
He breaks every stereotype when it comes to a corner.
Named Sauce.
Yeah. Dude don't talk. Mm-hmm. Dude wasn't on the freaking episode last night.
Yeah.
Which blows my mind. And I hate to say that about him, but you would expect him to be flamboyant and a diva because that's what basically every corner is in the NFL.
Rightfully so.
Because you
have to
have
that attitude.
You have to be to be elite. You have to be, unless you're him, and he's not.
Jordan Whitehead, Adrian Amos, very solid safety duo. Ashton Davis, the white boy from Cal. Forgot he's there. They haven't even shown him.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
Bryce Hall, I believe he was one of them supplementary draft picks from Virginia. Michael Carter on defense. Secondary solid, but, I mean, you got Sauce carrying the way. And then, as we mentioned, Legatron and Thomas Morstead. Let's take a look at their schedule. The Jets kick it off on 9/11 against a New York team in New York.
I hate to keep referencing Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
I love that they put that on there, though.
The subtitle?
They had to.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine the backlash from Saleh?
Yeah. If y'all didn't see, Quentin Williams said he had like 11 sacks during one of the training camps, which he did.
He did.
Yeah.
Aaron was counting.
He was sacking like every play on Bryce Young and like the little split scrimmage type thing, and he comes up like just being happy and bragging, and he comes up to Robert Saleh and says, I got 11 sacks out here today or whatever, and then Saleh's like, well, it ain't 9/11 yet.
No, he said
it's not September 11th yet.
He said, I want you to do that on September 11th.
Yeah, something like that. It sounded very weird, and then for the only time in the entire show they put up subtitles.
And Saleh speaks very clearly.
Yeah, they put up September 11th, parentheses, season opener.
I had to pause to contain myself because, like, you had to put that on there, and there's the whole thing of Saleh being he's Muslim.
Oh, yeah, he's the first Muslim coach.
He's Muslim. Dude, there were so many different like depths to that the reason they had to put that on there. Shout out to Hard Knocks for thinking about that, man, because that could have been bad. Mm-hmm. Could have been bad. We're not trying to make light of it. It's just it was funny to me that they had to do that because you had to, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Buffalo opening week. We talked about this a little bit on the Chasing the Trophy podcast, so give that a listen. James Cook versus Dalvin Cook. Do you know their middle names? It's Dalvin James and James Dalvin.
Oh, I thought there was something easier than that. Wow.
No.
No, I did not.
Yeah, it's Dalvin James and then James Dalvin.
The parents had two names picked out and they liked them.
Yeah. And this is a 9/11 matchup between two New York teams, but it's going to be playing in New Jersey for the New York team because that makes sense.
That's how it goes.
Don't understand that still.
At
Josh
might
Dallas,
hang 50 on him.
At Dallas versus New England versus KC. At Altitude in Denver versus Philly. My God, that's a rough 6 before your bye.
With a new everything as well.
That is rough.
New quarterback, new offensive coordinator.
You might go 2-4 there and then
be happy.
Yeah, and be reconsidering everything.
No, you be happy.
Okay, well, look at the backstretch.
There you go.
You go against the Giants.
Winnable.
Versus the Chargers.
Winnable.
At Vegas.
Very winnable.
At Buffalo. What is this? Miami on the Friday after Thanksgiving at 2:00?
Black Friday game?
What?
Or Black
Friday?
Friday?
It is on Prime.
Heck yeah.
At 2?
Dude, we're going to have football like 4 straight days.
Hold up.
I must be playing in Australia or something.
No, that's got to be, what's that, week 11? Week 12.
Is that a typo?
We have a Black Friday game.
Let's go.
In New York at 2:00 on Black Friday. That is insane, and I love it.
That's how it
LSU
needs to
plays
be.
something on that day, right?
Texas A&M.
Okay.
It's a night game.
It'll be over, though, yeah.
It's always a
Heck
night game.
yeah. I'm definitely, I'm placing some bets on that game.
Well, Clay, you about bought seats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a very interesting matchup.
Love that.
I like that a lot. Versus
2
Miami.
o'clock in Miami. It'll be warm
Then
still.
a very, very good stretch right here if you're the Jets and you're maybe coming in about even right here, week 13. So hopefully you're 5-6, 6-5, somewhere around there. Versus Atlanta, versus Houston, at Miami, versus Washington. 3 home games against 3 of the probably bottom 5 or 10 teams in the NFL.
They could win 5 of those 6.
In December, in New York. And then you go at Cleveland on Thursday night, at New England. I mean that's Houston and Atlanta, both dome teams, coming to the snow probably. That's going to be
at least the frigid.
Yeah.
Charlie Morton's locked in, Clay.
Good. What's their line?
9.5.
Ooh, double digits is hard.
Double digits is hard in that division.
With that opening 6.
So go scroll back up. I can't see. Oh, they're playing Buffalo week 1.
Buffalo week 1.
Dude, they're banking on they have to win Denver. They have to win Denver.
And you got to beat New England.
They have to win New England at home.
You got to have 2 wins at the bye. You got to be 2-4.
Ugh, that's nasty, dude. That's
2-4.
They piss somebody off.
And if they go 2-4, they have to win. What's that? 8 to hit their over.
6.
6. My God, yeah.
No,
8. 8. Yeah, 8 plus 2 is 10.
I did 6 plus 4 is 10.
So they have to win 8 of their last what? What is this? 11 games. 8 of their last 11.
So Giants probably a win.
But that's including an at Buffalo, 2 against Miami, versus the Chargers, at Cleveland, and at New England to end the year.
They'll win one of those games in that first 6 that they're not supposed to.
Maybe, but they also could lose one of those 2 that we think they're supposed to win.
And then at the back half, they could sweep Miami. Tua could be hurt.
Yeah, but Miami's tough still. Miami's talented. Jalen Rams will be back by week 15.
He tore a meniscus.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm taking the under.
Aaron Rodgers wins, though, dude. That's
Does he?
The only thing. Yeah.
Didn't last year.
Come on. He didn't want to be there.
Got you what, 8 wins?
He tried not to be there.
I'm going under. It feels like they're hyped up almost too much. Something's due to go wrong. And last year, Rodgers himself didn't look great.
Yeah, but yet again, he didn't want to be there.
Yeah, but he's also, 39 now? He's getting old. I'll go under. I'll go under. Make this team, with all the pressure in the world and the hard knocks factor, make them perform. Make them perform.
They're going to have to.
Let's see. We have the Dolphins, right? Yeah, Dolphins. Where's their draft? They drafted 4 people. What a draft class. Cam Smith out of South Carolina. They have Devon A-Chain from A&M. Very good pick. Seems like he's going to be right up in the middle of everything this year for them. Looking at their additions, though, we have Mike White. I liked that a lot. Very underrated move. You got them a backup quarterback that
I think Mike White can play. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, they seen it. They saw him play for the Jets, make the Jets be relevant for a little bit last year.
I think Mike White can play football.
You signed the Niners duo of Mostert and Jeff Wilson to similar deals to come back and play.
Nah, for a little while.
Yeah, until they both get hurt. You signed 2 white receivers. That's interesting. Braxton Berrios, River Craycraft.
River Craycraft is the most Caucasian name I've heard.
Chosen Anderson.
Besides Eric Sobere right there.
Yeah, Eric Salbert. Yeah. And Tyler Croft.
I bet Salbert looks very pasty. I bet you he's a pasty son of a gun. Yeah, he's pretty pasty.
Yeah. Isaiah Wynn, mentioned him earlier. Cedric Agbahi, Dan Feeney, Malik Reed, David Long from the Rams, 2-year deal. Duke Riley, LSU legend. Nick Needham.
He's had a good career for him.
Nick Needham. You got Jalen Ramsey for a steal, in my opinion. A 3rd-round pick. But he did tear his meniscus.
Immediately bit them in the butt.
Yeah, tore his meniscus, but it looks like he's going to be back by December.
And they want him healthy for the playoffs more than anything.
Absolutely. I mean, they succeeded with exactly this team last year. And a hurt quarterback. So if Tua stays healthy, they'll be fine. Their losses, they lost Teddy B, number 50, Trent Sherfield, Mike Gesicki to the Patriots. We mentioned that. Hunter Long, Trey Flowers, Melvin Ingram. Not much, really. Elandon Roberts maybe might be their biggest loss.
Never even heard of him.
He's a Patriots guy. They didn't lose much, and I think they just got better. Let's take a look at their depth chart. Obviously, Tua. Can he stay healthy? Very big can. Very big if. Probably the biggest in the NFL. If he can stay healthy, he was on an MVP type of pace last year. He was looking really, really good.
What week did he get hurt last year? 8?
It was earlier than that.
7?
5 maybe. It was on that Thursday night football game.
Yeah, I guess like the Bengals or something.
It was Jonesboro had a Thursday night football game that week too. It was against the Bengals, week 4.
Yeah, it was the Joe versus Tua game everybody was wanting to see.
But I mean, before that, you had Tua throw for 469 and 6 TDs against Baltimore.
He played a lot more than I realized last year.
Yeah, because he only missed a month with that concussion. But he obviously wasn't the same.
Oh, yeah,
he still threw for 300 a couple times. I mean, they were an explosive offense. You have Tyreek Hill, you have Jalen Waddle, who both probably top 10 wide receivers in the NFL now. Waddle's really, really close, and if Waddle didn't have Tyreek in front of him, then he'd be a 1,500-yard type of receiver easily. I honestly would not be shocked if both of them go for 1,500 this year. They're that kind of duo.
But they're also the same kind of duo that are prone to the most common injury of wide receivers, hamstrings, because they're so dead gum quick that they're too quick for what the body can handle.
Yeah.
And if you look at their depth chart, not much behind them. That's the issue.
You got Cedric Wilson, who last year didn't really play much after coming from Cowboys. Remember, he had a couple games for the Cowboys the year before where
everybody thought he was going to do something.
Yeah. Then you got Braxton Berrios, River Craycraft. You had to bring in some guys that bring their lunch pills to work and they'll always they're reliable, always going to be there, ready for you. You have a guy named Durham Smythe.
He won't
tight
make
end.
the team.
He's their starting tight end.
Oh, he'll make the team. Tyler Croft has to be better than him. I've heard of Smythe though.
I've heard of Smythe, not Durham.
What Smythe have we heard of?
I don't know.
Connor?
Look at this guy. He had 129 yards and a touchdown last year.
He must be a blocking tight end.
Got to be.
Notre Dame. Shout out Brian Kelly.
Yeah. Waddle last year, though, 1356 and 8 touchdowns. While Tyreek went for what? Like
Dang,
1,900?
Yeah.
17-10 and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're a special duo.
It's crazy.
But, I mean, you still have to be cautiously optimistic about it.
Yeah.
Because it just takes one bad route. Waddle's already hurt. What's wrong with Waddle?
Abdomen. I think it was nothing, though.
So daggum skinny, man.
Alec Ingold, one of the best fullbacks in the league. Got to have that with a Niner system. Looking to the O-line, Teron Armstead, Saints legend. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Another one of them guys.
He won't.
Austin
next.
Jackson on the right side, playing tackle from USC. Robert Hunt, ULL. Big man that scored the touchdown last year,
They
I
moved
believe.
Connor Williams to center.
Yeah, Connor Williams at center and Liam Eichenberg. Solid O-line and good backups as well. You got Isaiah Wynn. You got Dan Feeney. I mean, O-line's really good.
They got good names.
This offense can be legit.
Yeah, they got good names. It's just how far can Tua take them, and how long can Tua last?
Yeah.
How long can everybody last?
Looking at the defense,
Who's a
Christian
running back?
Wilkins, Mostert, and Wilson, and A-Chain.
A-Chain's going to do a lot, though.
Yeah.
You would think.
You got Christian Wilkins on defense, Raekwon Davis, Emmanuel Ogbah, and then Jalen Phillips, who took a big step last year, starting to really become like that freak pass rusher that everybody expected. David Long signed him. Jerome Baker, very underrated player. Bradley Chubb, seems like he just gets forgotten.
I forgot he exists.
Yeah, him and Phillips is a lethal duo coming off the edge. Secondary, as we mentioned, no Jalen Ramsey, but you still got the X-Man, Xavier Howard. Eli Apple on the other side, they just signed him, who people talk about him more than anybody in the NFL, and he gets clowned on, yet he consistently comes into NFL locker rooms and starts.
Yep.
It is insane to me.
So it's almost like he's really not that bad.
Yeah.
He just gets burnt a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, Keon Crossan, whoever this 7th-string guy is, he's probably better than Eli Apple. That's what everybody else thinks.
Oh, absolutely.
Deshaun Elliott.
Trill Williams.
Yeah, Trill Williams.
1,000%
He probably
better.
is better. If you name Trill.
If you're named that, it's kind of like Sauce. I guarantee you he's full of himself.
Oh, yeah, look at Trill Williams.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Number 6 from Syracuse.
I recognize his name, Clay.
He
His name's
never
Trill.
played a snap.
I wonder if I remember him from Syracuse.
It He had 4 picks at Syracuse.
I don't know.
He had 2 return touchdowns. Interesting.
Well, he won't be returning down there.
Oh wait, Canadian? No. Interesting. Yeah, if your name is Trill Williams, you got to be some type of good. Nick Needham, is that the UTEP guy? Yeah. Deshaun Elliott, Javon Holland at safety, both pretty good. Brandon Jones, solid backup, and then Cam Smith at corner. That's their first or a second round pick from South Carolina. Jason Sanders at kicker, very good. Jake Bailey, stole him from the Patriots, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Got a Ferguson brother at long snapper, so they didn't have to re-sign like everybody else. The defense has talent. You got edge rushers. That's what you need. You got a solid linebacker, Jerome Baker and David Long. You got the talent on offense. It feels like they're kind of being slept on.
Well, once you look at the over-under, they're not really being slept on.
What is it?
9.5.
Okay.
I mean, that's still a very respectable number.
Yeah.
Especially when you're looking at the Bills, who have to be the favorites, having a 10.5 line. So they got 10.5, 9.5, 9.5, 6.5 for all 4
crazy.
teams.
That's crazy.
They're all right there together.
It just feels like the Dolphins are kind of being written into the 3rd spot.
Well, that's because
with
of
the
Aaron
Jets.
Rodgers.
Yeah. But would it shock anybody if they finish first?
No, but I think a lot of stuff would have to go right.
I think it'd be more of a shock for the Jets to finish first than the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just based off of the success the Dolphins had last year, and then everything.
Crap, the Dolphins almost won that playoff game against the Bills with Skylar Thompson.
All that people are banking on for the Jets is that Aaron Rodgers can turn things around.
Yeah.
Which he very well could. I would not be shocked.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins, you would have to think, are the favorites to finish second.
Yeah. I wonder. I'll have to take a look at those forecast bets that you can make on all the apps. They have a Chiefs game in Germany yet again.
Yeah, because Andy Reid's going to get some bratwurst. Remember?
Yeah.
He said he couldn't retire.
That's too good of a game to be on at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Let's take a look at the schedule. So you start off really random road trip here. You go to Los Angeles and then right back to New England. That's tough.
Yeah.
Both winnable games, I would say, for the Dolphins. Then you go versus Denver. It's good that you get them at home this year. At Buffalo, right back on the road. Then you get 4 games at home out of 5 versus the Giants, versus the Panthers, at Philly on Sunday night. That'll be fun. And then versus the Patriots again. So you're done with the Patriots by week 8. I think that's probably a good thing.
Oh, absolutely.
That way you don't give Bill time to master
out.
plan their team. Then, as we just mentioned, the Chiefs, week 9 in Germany. Then you have your bye week right after. So week 10 bye. I think it's a fairly solid schedule for that opening 9 weeks, especially as a second-place playoff team. You got to be happy with this if you're the Dolphins. I think they can go 5-4 at the worst, 6-3. I mean, losses, you think they'll probably lose 1 to New England.
Have to.
Maybe Philly, maybe Buffalo, maybe KC. You don't think they're going to lose all 3.
No, they'll win one they're not supposed to.
Yeah. And then the Germany game,
they've got to be happy they ain't got to play in Buffalo in the cold.
Yeah, that is another huge thing right there.
I wonder if Buffalo said, by God, after that 1,000-degree heat game last year, we better not be playing in Miami in September. Since they're giving them in January.
Looking at their back half of the schedule, man, versus Vegas, at the Jets on that Black Friday game that we mentioned. I mean, you don't think the weather would be too bad at 2:00 on the day after Thanksgiving in New York. So another game where you're probably avoiding terrible weather, which was a very valid concern from people last year about Tua throwing in the cold weather and stuff like that.
Yep.
Then you go to the Commanders in Washington. Then you close out with 4 of your last 5 at home. Versus Tennessee, winnable. Versus the Jets, winnable. Versus the Cowboys on Christmas Eve, toss-up. At Baltimore on New Year's Eve, That's a tough one. Maybe some bad weather there, but also very big for the playoffs. That last 4, Jets, Dallas, Baltimore, Buffalo, all going to be very relevant with the playoffs. You would think.
Could either help them win the division or seal them off in the second place spot.
Yeah. I mean, between them and Baltimore, that might be a wild card.
And then
like
you didn't even bring
in.
up playing in Washington the week before that.
Yeah. I mean, they might be hanging around for the playoffs still, but weather-wise, it should be all right.
Yeah.
If you're Miami, though, you got to feel happy about having so many games at home at the end of the year. I mean, I like this schedule a lot.
I think the NFL
didn't want the bad heat.
They didn't want that to happen again because that was dangerous.
Yeah.
I listened to part of my take interview Deion Dawkins.
Yeah.
From the offensive tackle from the Bills. First off, he is hilarious. Okay, you need to listen to that. And he straight up said that is the worst thing he's ever played in his entire life.
Really?
He said, give me the coldest game ever versus that, and he'll take the coldest game. He said they were down to
Where did he go to college?
Temple. He played for Matt Rule.
Huh.
And he said if he wouldn't have gone to Temple, he'd probably be in prison right now.
Okay.
He said if he would have gone to like a big Bama or something like that where he wouldn't have been like the focal point.
Huh.
He said he said there ain't no telling.
So he had like bigger offers and stuff?
I don't know. He just said he got lucky that he went there.
Interesting. I mean, that's in Philly. I mean.
Yeah. But no, he said that stuff was rough down there last year. And I remember it. Like everybody was cramping.
Definitely.
People were sweating like terribly
Tyreek
bad.
probably pulled a hamstring.
No, it was too hot to pull something. he probably just had dehydration.
He cramped up.
But yeah, he said they were down to one spare lineman. They had one lineman left. So
I like the schedule a lot for the Dolphins. I think it's very, very good in their
easy
favor.
to navigate, it seems like.
Definitely.
I feel like we can predict what they're going to do better than the other two teams we've looked at so far.
Yeah. I think they're a 10-win team. I really think they are. I like the back half of the schedule a lot.
And you love Tua.
I don't love Tua. I love Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
And I think Tyreek Hill is just so freaking special. I think Jalen Waddle's special. I think this team. Like I said, I think they're getting overlooked. I think that they can legitimately be a top 3 type of team in the AFC.
Well, it's just the whole Tua concern.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
It is.
If Tua doesn't get hurt last year and people think he's going to quit football like he did last year, then you're probably not having these concerns, and you're probably they're probably getting more hyped up, I would think.
Yeah.
But since he had all those issues last year, people are that's probably weighing into their thoughts on this.
Probably.
You would have to think.
Very big gap in the Buffalo games, Week 4 and Week 18.
Yeah.
I mean, that's October 1st to January 7th. That's crazy.
You kind of want that, though.
Yeah.
You want to play.
That Week 18 could be a play-in game, or it could be a Buffalo's resting, Miami needs the win type of game. Yeah, I like the schedule. What are you feeling about it?
I think 10's doable. I really do.
9.5 is the line?
Yeah.
I mean, 10-7 feels good.
It's just the unknown.
Yeah, if Tua can stay healthy, but I think you take the bet.
If Tua was not having what he had issues with last year.
Give Tua 3 or 4 games hurt. I think they can be 10-4 or 10-3 with Tua.
Yeah.
Like, I think that team is that talented, and especially that defense, very underrated defense.
Well, it's a lot of dudes kind of in the second half of their prime.
Yeah, kinda. But you also
in important positions.
When you have that elite pass rush unit with Chubb and Jalen Phillips like that, then
that helps.
That's what you need on defense.
I mean, Xavier Howard's not getting any younger.
He's not.
It's still Eli Apple, which he's not horrible, but it's Eli Apple. It's not Jalen Ramsey.
It is.
And then whenever you get Jalen Ramsey, it's Jalen Ramsey coming off of meniscus.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the 2 safeties. Is one Whitehead?
No, Deshaun Elliott and Javon Holland.
I don't know either one of them.
Yeah,
they're
both
young.
Yeah, they're both just like solid. They're not anything. They're not a star, but they're not going to ruin you. They're solid starting safeties in the NFL.
Yeah.
I like this team a lot. I really, really do.
Yeah.
And Mike McDaniel, my guy. So, yeah, give me that over.
Guru.
Heck yeah. Our last team for this episode, we got the Buffalo Bills.
Do you think Miami's going to win the division?
I'd like to take a look at their odds because I think it'd be good value for
I'll tell you in
something.
one
Well,
second.
I'll let you know after this Buffalo schedule.
Oh, you know it's going to be rough. It's a first-place schedule.
It is. It is. But I think that I feel like that their odds are very good. I'm expecting plus 325.
When you're looking at over-under wins and you got the Bills and them just one game apart, then people are probably thinking they could really do it.
I'm thinking plus 325 for the Dolphins to win the division.
I'm going to look.
And even if not that, taking one of them forecasts where you go Dolphins first, Bills second,
Yeah,
I would like that a lot because the Bills aren't going to finish third. But I could see the Bills finishing second to the Dolphins. Looking at what the Bills added while you're looking that up.
Bills are plus 120 to win.
Okay.
Miami is plus 300.
Boom. I said 325. I was close. Can you look for the straight forecast?
1-2 exacta.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Bills Dolphins is plus 360. Dolphins Bills is plus 550.
I like that. Look at that bet. Look at that.
Dolphins Bills.
Yeah. I'll take both of those. I'll take both of those and just bet on the Jets to implode, yeah.
Jets Bills plus 425.
You see that? I'm telling you, they think the Jets are going to be better than the Dolphins.
They've got them favored.
That's insane. They're getting slept on while the Jets have a tougher schedule.
Jets to win are plus 270.
Give me them Dolphins, baby. Let's look at the Bills. They brought in another Allen at quarterback with Kyle. Solid backup. Damian Harris, mentioned him. Kind of being like overlooked. He's a solid back. I think he's more talented than Singletary.
Harris?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at all these messages about Saturday. I love Harris.
Yeah.
I love Harris for this system. He, like you said, he's better than Singletary. Where does Singletary go?
Houston.
That's right.
Houston. I'm ready to talk about Houston. Houston's being slept on. I'm saying it. They're not going to win nothing, but I'm taking their over.
I like their future.
I like D'Amico Ryan.
I like C.J. Stroud.
Pull up that over under while you're at it.
Okay,
because that we're gonna have to talk about.
Let
it
me
next
drool
episode.
over Damian Harris real quick. He is going to do so much more for this freaking offense than Devin Singletary Zach Moss
just like
ever did. Okay. Also, you got what's his face,
James
Cook, who's about to be able to cook probably.
Yeah, he's about to blow up finally. It feels like they're actually giving him the reins, which has only been 1 year, but it feels like they should have done this last year. They should have gave him pretty much like you be the guy at running back.
Yeah, but
it felt like Singletary, they held on to him way too long.
They just thought he was going to do it, and he showed flashes, man. He did, but Singletary doesn't know what he wants to be. We can't tell if he's lightning or thunder. We can't tell.
Yeah, and
he's too slow to be lightning.
He's like a 4.5 guy.
No, he's like a 4.6 probably.
Well, because he's small. He plays like 4.6.
Yes, he plays like a 4.6 because he's tiny. His legs are too short.
Yeah, he's a very. I don't even know what kind of player to compare him to.
There's not one. Darren Sproles, but Darren Sproles was quicker.
Mark Ingram maybe, but a little bit faster.
40 pounds lighter.
Yeah, not as like powerful as a Mark Ingram because Mark Ingram's about 5'9".
I don't know. It's weird. I like the Latavius Murray signing as well.
Latavius Murray, very underrated.
What is the Bills' probably one of their biggest weaknesses on offense? Inside the 10?
Yeah.
Josh Allen has to do way too much.
Murray went to like 3 teams last year, succeeded everywhere he went.
Yeah, Josh Allen has to do way too much inside the red zone, inside the 10, whatever. You got Latavius back there. He's going to pound the football.
Yeah, very good vet. Probably has taught Cook and Harris a ton. I like Latavius a lot.
I like the first 4 signings they have done. I like the first 5.
I don't like this next one.
You don't like Hardy?
I don't understand Deontay Hardy for $13 million for 2 years.
Remember the wide receiver market was really thin.
Deontay Hardy's not a receiver,
but
you're paying him $6 million to return the ball.
Nah, they'll figure out.
He lost his job in New Orleans returning it.
They'll figure out something for him.
But if he does become a receiver, he's Isaiah McKenzie, who wasn't very good,
but
he's a worse Isaiah McKenzie.
He's a younger Isaiah McKenzie.
Yeah, but if Hardy's anything higher than your 4th receiver, you have a problem.
Well, they're not like banking on him to go out there and get 80 or 90 yards. They're wanting him to get like a 20-yard catch when they need to.
Or, just burn the top for 50 yards or something.
Yeah.
Trent Sherfield, I like him a lot.
Houston. Oh, Clay.
What we got?
6.5.
Whoa.
Yeah,
maybe they're not being slept on.
You don't want to mess with that.
That defense is sneaky. We're going to talk about them next episode, though. 6.5. That's insane.
That's really freaking high.
I was thinking 3.5. I was like, I'm taking 4 wins.
That's the division, Clay. That's the division.
That's true. I mean, yeah, they could easily beat. They could have 4 wins in division. Beat the Jags once, beat the Colts once,
Twice.
beat the Titans once or twice. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if any team in that division gets 4 wins. Trent Sherfield, though, very solid receiver. Been in the San Francisco system with the Niners and the Dolphins. David Edwards, backup guard. David Quessenberry still around. Connor McGovern gave him a big deal, 3-year, $23 million to come play guard. Brought back Shaq Lawson. Poona Ford at D tackle. Jordan Phillips, AJ Klein. Matt Milano gave him a big deal, 2-year, I believe 14, maybe. 14's involved somewhere. I don't know if it's 14 a year or 14 overall. He had a great year last year, though. Really broke out to be a top-tier linebacker in the NFL.
And that's, in my opinion, one of the weaknesses there. So
yeah, well, and we'll talk about their departures in a minute.
Yeah.
Dane Jackson, another solid depth piece at corner. You brought back Jordan Poyer, 2-year deal. Taylor Rapp, not a great player from L.A., but more depth. You got to have
he's
depth.
A body.
He's a body that's alive.
Yeah.
Tyler Bass,
Jesus Christ.
4-year deal, up to $21 million. My God.
He's probably top 5 kicker in the game.
That's crazy. 4-year deal for a kicker. That seems unheard of. Sam Martin brought him back at punter as well.
Never heard of him.
He's been there a couple years.
They don't punt.
Yeah, that's true.
They score.
Departures. Case Keenum and Devin Singletary to the Texans. Cole Beasley to the Giants. He was playing in the first preseason game.
Jeez. Jamison Crowder probably was too.
Yeah, Jamison Crowder. Isaiah McKenzie, as we mentioned, left to the Colts. Lost a couple depth pieces at O-line, nothing crazy.
I just want them to go after a freaking wide receiver when they can, man.
Yeah.
Just to have something.
Why not like a D-Hop or something?
Why? Why not?
Yeah.
That would do so much for that offense, you know? Let Diggs actually play in the slot where he needs to be. Dude, they wouldn't lose a game.
Biggest loss and really their only, I guess, very big loss is Tremaine Edmonds, who very good linebacker for them the past couple years.
He got the bag, didn't he?
Yeah, a lot of money to the Bears, like 4 years, 72 maybe.
Bills didn't have that kind of money.
Draft. How about Dalton Kincaid?
They say he looked good.
If you listen to the fantasy podcast, we've talked about him quite a bit. How he?
Oh, y'all have?
Yeah, how he doesn't seem like he's the normal rookie. Like him and Sam Laporta from the Lions both look like kind of guys that you can draft, and you can draft them. Neither of them are in the top 10 tight ends.
They drooling over that boy.
Like Kincaid is legit the one already over Dawson Knox,
who just got a big
contract and is like best friends with Josh Allen.
Yeah, which I like that because I think Knox has upside still.
Yeah.
And we talked about, wide receiver room thin.
It is.
Knox is a heck of an athlete.
Well, and I think Knox got paid.
All right, Nicky Lopez is done.
No, Knox got paid. He's happy getting money.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's the kind of guy to be like, I want
the ball.
I want 70 catches and 800 yards. Like,
if you're on the Bills, you need to be thinking Super Bowl and whatever it takes to get Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You have a generational talent at quarterback. You need to make the most of it. Am I lying?
He's really good. He's good.
Clay, please tell me he's not a generational
No, that's
talent.
just you're acting like he's Mahomes.
Well, he's one step under him, and that step is the fact that Mahomes has Super Bowls and he don't.
Yeah. Osiris Torrance as well, very good guard, more depth
had
there.
To address that. Yes.
Tulane linebacker, I don't know him, but he's probably good. Got a little bit of a Corvallis action down there. Let's look at the depth
Who is
chart.
Justin Shorter?
No idea. I don't know if that's white or black. Let's see. Or none. There he is. 6'4". Ooh, 6'4", 230.
There's your outside receiver for the
He
red
runs a
zone.
4.55.
He's slow.
But that's not bad for
That's
that
not
size.
bad for his size. Yeah, and
That's crazy.
he'll probably play in the red zone if I had to guess. I can't remember who else they got out there.
Let's check out that depth chart and see if he's even on the team.
Dude, they can throw Kincaid.
he's on
and
he's on the
Knox
second
out there.
string. He's like 6 on the lineup. I like that.
Khalil Shakir, I forget about him.
Underrated, yeah. Yeah.
Andy and Isabella, he's a name.
Oh, Andy Isabella take the top off the defense easily.
Andy Isabella might make the team.
Yeah. Keyshawn Johnson as well, another former Arizona guy.
Oh, nope, Fresno State.
Arizona Cardinals. Him and Andy.
They're BFFs.
Yeah. Josh Allen, quarterback, generational talent. James Cook, Damian Harris, Latavius Murray. Love that three. Stephon Diggs, elite. And one of them guys, when we did our Dirty Five receivers, he's going to always be in that top 5 range. I don't think he's ever going to be a top 3 or 2 guy, but he's always going to be a 5 or 4.
4 to 7.
Yeah.
4 to 7. That's him.
He's Mr. Consistent. Seems like he's happy.
Hall of Famer.
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
Hall of Famer.
Maybe.
He has had a stupid good career.
He has.
And it's kind of unnoticed, it feels like, because he's not flashy.
No.
He plays like dirty football.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gets popped every game.
He'll go 10 catches for 90 yards. Like,
he plays.
He's not a big play guy.
Yeah, he's not a big play guy. He ain't
Elite,
got that
one
in
of the
him.
probably the best route run in the league. Him and Devontae, both are incredible. Number 2 wide receiver, Gabe Davis. Can he take the step towards consistency?
Nope.
We'll see. Khalil Shakir did come on at the end of the year last year. Deontay Hardy, Trent Sherfield, Justin Shorter, mentioned all them. Andy Isabella, underrated guy down there.
They took some flyers. They took some
ran
flyers
like a
on some guys.
4.29 or something at the combine. He was very fast.
Out of UMass.
Yeah. Still got Dawson Knox at the starting tight end, but it's Kincaid show. Jay Sternberger as well from was that Cincinnati? Played at the Packers. Didn't know he was there. Looking at the the O-line, Deion Dawkins, Connor McGovern signed him. David Edwards is back up. Mitch Morse, Spencer Brown, the big fella. I mean, Osiris Torrance isn't starting yet, but I wouldn't be shocked if he takes that job over.
He was supposed to be a first-round draft pick too.
Mm-hmm.
Him falling down there to them.
Spencer Brown, Northern
for them.
Iowa. Yeah, big man. 6'8", 311. Offense, it's gonna be the Bills. I actually saw an article today from Warren Sharp, very smart football guy. He was talking about how the past, I think, 2 or 3 years, the Bills and Chiefs are like top 2 in every statistical category together for offense, except for one where the Chiefs are top, Bills are not. It's goal line.
Like I was saying, that is hands down their weakness. I mean, I remember watching last year with you, like the red zone and stuff. They would drive the piss out of the football.
Mm-hmm.
The piss out the football.
And it feels like they kind of get a little too cute.
They do. They get way too cute.
Like they let Josh do this rollout or something.
Because they've never had a true back.
It also, I mean, we just talked about the Chiefs being so good at it. The Chiefs also get very cute, but they have Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid cooking it up.
And Travis Kelce.
Yeah, that's true.
Because are you looking for a 5'10", 5'11" Stephon Diggs down there? Are you looking for a Tyreek Hill down there? No, what are you looking for? Bigger bodies. That's where Gabe Davis needs to step up, but he hasn't. Maybe Kincaid will help, and Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
And Ken Dorsey being in his second year of play calling there. That's got to help.
Here's a stat. So the last 2 years ranked, they were both top 2 in success rate, top 2 on early downs, third down conversions, points per drive, yards per drive. They are no doubt elite offenses. Looking at the goal line, Chiefs are number 2 in touchdown rate at the goal line. So they stay consistent once they get down there. Goal line for the Bills, number 31 in touchdown rate.
That doesn't shock
Number
me.
31 in points per drive. Number 32 in efficiency per play.
Yeah.
So they are literally one of the worst offenses, one of the bottom 2 offenses in the NFL at the goal line.
They rely on tricking people once
Mm-hmm.
they get there, and that's been one of the biggest.
Josh
problems.
Allen has completed only 34% of his passes at the goal line, while Mahomes has completed 77%. And the average is 52.
I would like to know how many of those passes go to Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I mean probably a lot, but it's crazy. That is something that we got to see how that improves this year. Hopefully it does.
I mean, it's obviously got to
Can't get worse.
It's got to obviously be a big focal point when you go sign Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I keep banging that drum, but you're not bringing him there to run him on the 50.
Yeah.
Or the 40.
Well, and
he's
another
there for
thing,
inside the 20, inside the 10.
Like James Cook isn't this. He's not his brother, but he's not just a straight up speed back.
No.
He's 5'11", 190, but he's a Georgia guy.
He's an
he can-
all-purpose.
Yeah, he can do it all. He's not just out there to be, I guess, Alvin Kamara or anything like that. Like, he's not just going to be Austin Eckler, not
But
one of them guys.
You have to let him do it, and they didn't let him do it last year.
And Damian Harris, another guy, I think he had like 10 touchdowns like last year.
Oh,
maybe?
he finds the end zone.
15 touchdowns the year before with the Patriots.
Mm-hmm. He's on
Well,
my fantasy
he
team.
didn't even have 1,000 yards. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, great pickups there. Looking at the defense, Greg Rousseau, very good. E.J. Epinesa, Ed Oliver. I mean, just a great D-line right there. Daquan Jones, Von Miller's back. Shaq Lawson's backing up. I mean, you got talent everywhere. Boogie Basham.
They got some dudes.
Yeah, Jordan Phillips, Poona Ford. A lot of depth at D-line. Shane Ray. Whoa.
He's made a
making a
resurgence. Yep.
Looking at the linebackers,
Packing
Leonard
up Von
Floyd.
Miller like he did in Denver.
Yeah. Leonard Floyd, Matt Milano, Tyrell Dodson. I do not know you. A.J. Klein, Tyler Makovich. Solid depth there. Dorian Williams. Looking at the safeties and secondary. Trey Day's back for hopefully a full year of healthiness. I think he came back sometime last year, but obviously wasn't 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, very good safety duo. Kyer Elam, one of them Florida guys. Dane Jackson, Teron Johnson, good depth at corner. Got DeMar Hamlin, Taylor Rapp. Obviously going to be a big storyline there with Hamlin.
Their biggest signing was bringing back Poyer.
Yeah, he's a
If
great
they would've
safety.
lost-
Great safety.
If they would have lost him, it would have been almost equivalent to the Bengals whenever they lost Jesse Bates.
Yeah, except they have Dax Hill from Michigan at the backup, while theirs is Taylor Rapp, who just hasn't really succeeded in the NFL. And then special teams, very good special teams unit. Let's look at the schedule.
Very good team.
So
Favorable start.
Yeah, I would say that. At the Jets, week 1.
Vegas.
I mean, they're going to be favored just because the Jets have a lot to work out early on. Versus Vegas, at Washington, versus Miami, versus Jacksonville, somewhere across the water.
Probably London.
Got to be London, right? Tottenham, yep, London. Braves win. Another freaking shutout.
Baby.
Versus the Jags in London, week 5. Versus the Giants.
They're
Dable,
losing,
Sunday Night Football.
I'm so excited for that.
That'll be great. That's
So
your
they're
birthday
losing-
weekend, too.
Heck yeah, dude. Happy birthday to me. So they're losing a home game. They have
Maybe.
Jacksonville listed as a home game.
Yeah. At New England
I would just be so pissed, dude. I would be so pissed.
versus Tampa on a Thursday Night Football. 2 great quarterbacks that night. At Cincinnati on Sunday Night Football versus Denver. A lot of freaking prime time. Look at that.
Generational talent at quarterback.
versus the Jets at Philly, week 13 bye. Late bye week.
I
You
would
don't
prefer.
you don't get the bye after London. Most teams are getting that.
Where's it at?
Week 5.
They probably declined it because remember the Saints did that last year.
You get it,
I guarantee they declined it.
and
to
you
have
get a
later
home
one.
game before and after, so I guess
Yeah.
that kind of helps. And it's a Sunday night home game too.
Yeah,
after.
I bet you they declined it,
Uh,
which is what I would do. I would not want a week
I mean,
6. one.
first 12. What are you looking at here?
1,
8
2,
wins?
Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you have 6 guarantees.
You think they take down Vegas? Probably New York week 1.
Guarantees, I don't know. I don't know about
Feels like
New
they take
York.
down Vegas,
New York
Washington.
week 1 feels like a trap game.
I don't know. I think they beat the Jets.
I would think they would, but that's also my homer hat.
Yeah.
I think Vegas, Washington, Jacksonville over there, New York, New England, Tampa. I think those are all guarantees.
That Tampa game will be 5 days before the trade deadline.
It ain't gonna matter.
Yeah. As well as the New England game. So
And Denver, I refuse to believe in that yet.
Yeah.
Which by then they should have it figured out, you would think.
At Philly after the week of Thanksgiving. That'll be cool on a Sunday.
They have a good bye week involving in between Philly and Kansas City.
In between at Philly and at Kansas City. And then versus Dallas.
And then the second part of the schedule really ain't that bad either.
Yeah.
You got Dallas.
You got Dallas, KC. I mean, the Chargers.
Chargers always piss something away at the end. That's not.
But they'll still be in it at week 16.
Yeah.
It'll be a big game in LA.
It'll be a big game for LA.
Saturday on Peacock.
Yeah, I'll have to get Peacock.
Then the Patriots and at Miami. There's going to be 4 very big games at the end there.
Yeah.
And maybe 5, depending on if New England's fighting for a wild card.
Buffalo owns Kansas City in the regular season, so that's not
true.
that big of a game.
That's true. What's the over-under here? 10.5?
Yeah. It's doable.
It feels like you got to go over.
It's doable.
You don't think that Buffalo's going to win 10?
They got
better.
Yeah, they did. They're not going to get swept by any divisional team.
Yeah.
They're going to sweep at least one of them, I would think.
I think the Jets.
I think they could sweep the Jets, mainly because they get the home game late.
I think they split with Miami.
They'll
Maybe just
probably
because
split.
Buffalo might be resting week 18 as well.
That's also possible.
And you don't think anybody sweeps the Patriots?
I refuse to believe that.
I think they could sweep the Jets.
I think they could sweep the Patriots still too, though.
Yeah.
I think it's
If they're
possible,
just that much
especially
better.
playing the Patriots at home week 17 when the Patriots probably have nothing to play for, and neither do the Bills. You don't rest people week 17, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I like this. I think the over's pretty good there.
That's a very winnable schedule to be a number 1 seed finish.
So I mean, I'm going under Patriots, under Jets, over Dolphins, over Bills. I like that. Anything else on the Bills?
Super Bowl.
Maybe. Might be the year.
I think they addressed the needs that they needed.
Yeah.
But I still think they need a true number 2 receiver.
And maybe that's something they go for at the deadline.
And that's honestly, in my opinion, what's going to keep holding them up.
Yeah.
Is unless Gabe Davis finally does what people
Hey,
think
at the
do.
deadline, Houston might not be in it. Call up Bobby Trees. Come back to Buffalo.
That's possible. I mean, I
I'm
don't know
all
who
for it.
else. I mean,
Somebody will be out there, I'm sure.
yeah. I also worry about linebacker.
Mike Evans.
I worry about linebacker a little bit.
Mike Evans?
But I'm not sure Mike Evans could fit that offense.
He could be their big play guy. I mean, Gabe Davis is kind of like a Mike Evans.
Yeah, just younger.
Yeah, I mean, Gabe isn't anything like fast or anything. He kind of plays big.
Yeah, I don't know. They need something though.
Yeah.
And that's always gonna be what holds them back.
Let's get into this 35 real quick. We won't drag it on too much tonight, but let me see. I'll start off with Josh. We got Josh, Peyton, and Kyle's, all of theirs. Indeed we do. So I'll start off with Josh. He has number 5, Mad Max Crosby. TJ Watt at 4, Micah Parsons at 3, Myles Garrett at 2, Nick Bosa at 1. We got Peyton with Myles Garrett. From the back. Max Crosby at 5, Micah Parsons at 4, TJ Watt at 3, Nick Bosa at 2, Myles Garrett at 1. And Kyle has Hassan Reddick at 5. A little bit of a sleeper pick there. I like it. Micah Parsons at 4, Nick Bosa at 3. I like that. Way to be different. TJ Watt at 2, and Myles Garrett at 1. And, yeah, that's all we have from everybody else. You want to go with yours?
Yeah, I'll go. Because mine will be a little bit different. Number 5, I got Parsons.
Okay.
Number 4, I have T.J. Watt. Number 3, I have Matthew Judon.
Okay, underrated.
I think he's extremely underrated, and he's been doing this.
Yeah.
You know?
Even in Baltimore.
Even in Baltimore, even in New York. I think, not New York, New England.
Yeah.
I think he's solid, and people don't really talk about him. Even though, like 2 years ago, didn't he lead the league in sacks?
Might have been last year, honestly.
It is a year or two ago, something like that. Number 2, Myles Garrett. Number 1, Nick Bosa.
Let me see. Judon had 15.5 last year. I think he was right up there in terms of sacks.
Yeah, he's solid, man.
He was fourth, tied for fourth.
There you go.
Behind Bosa,
3
Reddick.
behind the leader, so that makes sense.
Yeah, he's a half from second place.
Yeah.
Freaking Chris Jones, D-tackle.
Freaking D-tackle.
My list, I've got number 5. He hasn't been mentioned yet. I got Brian Burns. I like Brian Burns a lot.
Yeah.
He's a freak.
Dude, he changed his number to 0, too.
That's one of my reasons. I did all this last week. I was very into it. I wrote a little bit about why I have each of these players at these percentages. Top 2 in run defense stats last year amongst edge rushers. Finally got the jump into double-digit sack territory. A lot of buzz around the new DC, Ejiro Evero from Denver. A lot of people like him. And then, yeah, as I said, number 0. If you're wearing that at DN, you got to be a freak. Number 4, TJ Watt. I feel like his biggest issue is that he's not a really good run stopper, especially as this 3-4 type of linebacker. I feel like you have to have.
You got to be able to do both.
Yes. Yeah, he's arguably the best straight up sack artist in the game. If he's out there, he's probably getting a sack. He might even get a strip while he's at it, and he's gonna change the game. But yeah, he's not gonna make a very big stop on a run play or something like that. He was hurt last year, but his pass rush score was in the 70s, which is one of the lower ones in the elite levels, I guess you could say. Number 3, I got Micah Parsons. He had the highest pressure percentage amongst players last year. He's just a freak. I do want to see him be more now that he seems to be an edge, officially. I want to see him become that elite type of edge. Kind of, yeah, he is versatile. He can do this, he can do that, but it feels like we know what he is now. Yeah. So become elite at it.
He is who he is.
Yeah.
We know that you're a pass rusher.
You're not a linebacker.
Something else.
Yeah. Number 2, I did go Nick Bosa. He's pretty much 1B. I feel like the top 2 are top 2.
They're solidified. Yeah.
I dock a little bit of points because of how stacked his D-line and defensive scheme is.
That helps.
Yeah, I mean, you got Fred Warner, who we'll talk about later, Dre Greenlaw, Arik Armstead, D'Amico Ryans, who's been
Robert Saleh
as well. Well, I got a list of all that, but I mean, Ryan's been talked about for being a head coach for a couple of years now, and I'm anxious to see how this Niners defense holds up after he is gone.
Well, I mean, it was the same thing with Saleh, though. People knew he was going to get a job.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was basically the same situation. Let's see what D'Amico can do.
Yeah. My number 1, Myles Garrett.
Who is their DC now? Did Leonard go out there? Anthony.
No, my bad.
Anthony Lynn's a running back.
Steve Wilkes.
There you go.
Same guy. Number 1, Myles Garrett. Most sacks over the past 3 years in the NFL. It's just consistent. Elite run defender as well. 6 most stops amongst edges last year. Second highest pressure percentage the past 2 years. He also has the leader. He's also the leader in Pro Football Focus rating the past 2 years. It feels like he's still being slept on to a certain point. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's incredible. He's just so fun to watch as well. But talking about the DCs, I do want to dive into that a little bit. So Myles is now on his 4th DC, while Bosa's on his 3rd. I think Myles has played 2 more years, but still not a huge difference. And these are the DCs. Myles started with Greg Williams, Bountygate. who left to, what was it? He said he was going to be a head coach, and he got an interview with the Jets or something, and they wanted him, but he declined.
He became the DC there.
Yeah, he became the DC, but I think, didn't he say that I could have been the head coach?
No, he went to the Rams.
No, he went to the Jets.
It wasn't the Rams? He was on Hard Knocks.
I think it was the Jets.
He was on Hard Knocks, dude.
Let me see. I think he went to the Jets, though. He was on the Rams 14-16.
So, yeah, he left the Saints, went to the Rams.
19, yeah, so he left the Browns and went to the Jets.
Yeah, go up. He left the Saints, went to the Rams.
Yes, for a year. Then he went to the Titans and went back to the Rams. Yeah. Hard Knocks would have been 16 with the new Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's right.
But, yeah, Greg Williams, not a great defensive coordinator, and still, he's kind of just bounced his way around the league. Not even in the NFL since COVID now. Then Steve Wilkes was his next coordinator, failed head coach, came to Cleveland, wasn't in the league the year after he was the DC in Cleveland, so that's how bad he was. And it's interesting that he is now the DC in San Fran, so we'll see if that overlap.
Well, everybody, he's very well respected.
He is, but
as a defensive guy.
Yeah, he is, but I think he was at Missouri the next year after Cleveland. After he was the Cleveland DC, then he went to like Missouri or something, it said.
Really?
Yeah.
Went and saved his career.
I think that was right. Maybe it was somebody else.
Zoom in.
No, it was him. He was he wasn't in the league during the COVID year. Then he went to Missouri to be the DC, and then he went to Carolina last year and was pretty good
and won some games as the head coach.
Yeah. Then Joe Woods, who just sucked the past couple years for them. His scheme was just not good. It felt like everybody was always out of place. And what do you know? He's a Saints DC, so can't wait for that. Yeah. Now he's got Jim Schwartz, veteran DC, very well respected. Feels like he is great everywhere he goes. Success in Philly. I think he was in Minnesota for a while. Was he Detroit's head coach, Jim Schwartz?
He was something up there. Yeah, he was.
I think so.
He most certainly was with Stafford.
I think he's going to be very good. I've heard a lot of good things. And Miles finally has people on the other side. Zadarius Smith, top 10, 15 type of edge rusher. D-line.
2009 to 2013 head coach.
Yeah, the D-tackle situation's a lot better. This defense can be legit, and Myles Garrett's going to just thrive, I think. Then, yeah, as you mentioned, Bose on the other side. His DCs so far, Robert Saleh, head coach. D'Amico Ryans, head coach. Now Steve Wilkes, who was a head coach and is kind of trying to be a bounce back now. I wonder how this is gonna work. If he's gonna kind of take a step back. I mean, he's still gonna be great. I do think
he's
this
still
Niners,
got the talent around him, man.
Yeah, I think the Niners is gonna be. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be great, but
I'm tired of seeing them win. So I hope they do suck.
I think they're gonna take a step back this year.
Overall
as a team.
I have no reason for this, but I'm getting to the point where I don't like them.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There's something about them that just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the jerseys or if it's Shanahan.
The history.
I mean, I don't care about the history like Bill and them do.
Yeah.
Like, they don't kill me that bad. Like, it's just there's something about them. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like them necessarily. I see so much about them too that it kind of
we get
me
flooded.
off.
We get flooded by them.
Yeah.
And you especially do with all your Bay Area people.
Stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, I get Debo's good, but like, he's not Jesus.
Debo's not their number one this year.
Like, Debo's not amazing. Kittle's good. There's a large gap between him and the next ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's just I get tired of them. I really do. And have you won anything? No.
They made the Super Bowl once.
And like, you blew a lead late in Kyle Shanahan fashion. Like, show me something.
Yeah.
Show me. Make me believe in you finally.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I'm taking their under.
There's my
wins.
rant on.
I'm actually looking. I don't know what the odds are. I'm hoping plus 400, plus 500 Seattle to win the division.
To win it?
To win the division. I think it's going to be solid odds.
Talk for about another minute, and I can tell you exactly what it is.
I think Seattle's just getting straight up overlooked. We talked about it actually on the fantasy pod because I had Geno Smith as my sleeper quarterback who's QB 15, and he finished 5th last year.
I mean,
he finished behind Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Hurts. And then they dropped him to 15th after he added Jackson Smith and Jigba. He gets Kenneth Walker for a year. He gets a contract. He gets security. Like he's not playing for his life anymore. He has confidence. He knows that he can go out here and do what he wants. Pete Carroll, Bobby Wagner's back. Very good, just young defense. They've drafted well. I think Seattle can win that division.
Seattle to win the division's plus 195.
What? Huh? Plus 195. What's the Niners?
Minus 160.
Holy crap.
Which doesn't make sense. I'm wondering if I'm reading this wrong.
That is insane.
I'm going to
if
Barstool
so.
and look at theirs. I was looking at DraftKings.
I mean, it might be right, but maybe people are closer on it than I expected.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember how much success they had last year.
Yeah, but they're also just not being talked about.
Well, they're not flashy. That's part of that, probably.
Yeah.
How would I find that?
Seattle
division finishing position, right?
Yeah, first place is 200.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm shocked. Well, I'm not going to bet on that then. I was wanting like plus 400. Can I find their over-under wins? Here it is. Oh, no, that's exact. No, I don't know where that's at either. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. I did not expect that at all. Well, I guess Vegas is looking at it like I am. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that's it for this one. Good episode. I feel like it went pretty well. Only an hour 30. That's good. Probably our shortest preview. But yeah, that's what happens when you only got 2 of us here. We ain't got that many opinions and everything going back and forth. Yeah, that's it for this one. Check us out. Check out all the fantasy pods.
Go Bills.
Yeah, go Bills. Go Dolphins. Mike McDaniel, baby.
Generational talent.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.